the most brutal week of Come Dine With Me ever aired.
He hasn't cooked in over 20 years, and I think it's best we keep it that way.
I prefer a guy with a full head of hair.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
I'm just gonna check, make sure there's no gold glitter.
She's got a mouth like a trout, hasn't she?
Hello, you gorgeous donut. Come Dine With Me is a British TV show in which complete strangers battle it out to be the ultimate dinner party host. Each night, they take it in turns to cook a 3-course meal for their guests and also supply some evening entertainment. And at the end of each night in the taxi ride home, the guests then rate the host out of 10 on their performance. And whoever achieves the highest score by the end of the week wins £1,000 tax-free. It's a goated concept, okay? I love it. Now, this show quickly became one of Britain's biggest ever reality TV shows. Like, it's still on to this day. I believe it's had over 30 seasons now. And it's mostly due to how drama-filled these episodes are, as the contestants are basically willing to throw each other under the bus so they can win the prize money. And a lot of the time, by the last night of the week, the contestants can't even stand the sight of each other. Now, due to the show's major popularity, Come Dine With Me actually made a spin-off show called Couples Come Dine With Me, and you can probably guess by the title, rather than just individual people competing for the prize money, it's couples. And this took the show to a brand new level of theatre and so drama that the show has never ever produced previously. Honestly, this spin-off is better than the original show. It's created some of its wildest episodes ever. So I thought in this video we'll have a look at the most infamous week of Couples Come Dine With Me ever, because of how brutal it is. Basically, this week consists of insanely heated arguments that led to disaster, the most evil contestant that has ever been casted in Come Dine With Me history. But are they actually evil? We're gonna figure that out. How every single one of these couples is trying to secretly tear each other down without telling them to their faces. And there's one specific moment later on in the week that genuinely, when I seen it for the first time, I had to pause it for 10 minutes out of pure shock. Get comfy and let's get into this. Drop a like if you haven't already, okay? Apparently it helps. So the first couple we meet is Sam and Carl, and they will be hosting on the first night, and already you can tell that Sam's a little bit feisty.
I'm quite laid back. Samantha being very highly strung in the first place.
It's because I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini as well.
Oh yeah, but you're not a typical one.
I love that she's blaming her behaviour on, being a Gemini, but when someone else tries to blame their behaviour on being a Gemini, say, yeah, well, you don't count because you're bald. What Gemini's bald? Realistically, is there any bald Gemini? I don't think so. Okay, by choice as well. Come on, Col. Have a word with yourself, will you? And the more we learn about this couple, the more I think Sam has basically came on Come Dine With Me just to dig Carl out in front of the nation.
I have to keep telling you what to do, because otherwise you just sit there demanding cups of coffee, and then, like, if it's a Sunday afternoon, cans of beer.
They've basically forgot that the cameras are there right now. She's just listed it off. Yeah, you're a prat. On Monday, you're a prick. On Tuesday, you're a dick. On Wednesday, you're a bell. Oh my God.
When you've done that, you could do with polishing the banister as well. It's full of sticky finger marks.
I love how she bosses them around. She's like, yeah, by the way, you can go and clean the banister because there's loads of, grotty finger marks. Not mine, right? Too fat to be bloody mine. They're yours, Carl. They then transition into the kitchen, and you can tell that during this week, Sam is going to be the dominant one and going to be carrying this couple.
He hasn't cooked in over 20 years, and I think it's best we keep it that way. No, you haven't, when?
I do plenty of breakfast.
You don't cook cereal.
Every single time they're on camera, she's basically just rinsing him. She's basically just deeming him useless. So honestly, I don't even know, does he have to come? I'll just go by myself. Can he not just sit in the corner and cry? Is that okay? I feel like if it was up to Sam, while they're at the dinner table eating each other's meals, Carl would just be cleaning the banister. Instantly, I can tell that Sam's personality is going to clash with Angela, who we get introduced to next. She is with her husband, Dave. And the first clip we see of these two is them reacting to the menu from Carl and Sam.
Chicken terrine with plum chutney and artisan bread.
Could have been better, I think.
Could have been. Sounds quite plain.
Oh, come on! Yeah, fucking come on! There's nothing better than British passive aggressiveness. And this episode's full of it and I've got so much energy. Oh, could have been better. Chicken terrine. Oh, it's putting us to sleep, that is. It would put a glass eye to sleep, it would. Chicken terrine. Don't need to put rain sounds on YouTube to get to sleep tonight. I'll just put her menu on the screen. That'll knock us out in a couple of minutes. Don't you worry about that. Bloody chicken terrine. We then learn a little bit more about them and basically confirm that they're going to be, you know, very argumentative this week.
She could do with a bit of the clean. We've been together 16 years now.
17 years. But who's counting?
You are Dave.
Did you see the devil eyes from Angela there? She purposely didn't respond to give Dave enough time to correct himself for trying to correct Angela. Look at the eyes.
17 years.
Dave instantly shut himself. He was like, oh, well, who's counted? You know, it doesn't matter, 17, 18, 19, it's all the same. Honestly, when I upload this, I can't wait to see in the comments of this video if you stan Angela or hate her. I'm going to be so intrigued by the end of this. Angela and Dave say they have very high standards, and if people don't meet them, they tend to get annoyed.
As a couple, Dave and Ange like the finer things in life.
Angela and I have...
Sorry, was she checking the forks out with a magnifying glass there? What else does she use that for? Hopefully not downstairs with Dave. That would be unfortunate. I mean, at least you would get your money's worth out with the magnifying glass, but still, you know, it's not worth it.
I'd like things to be right. No, I'm not happy with that. Can you do it again?
Oh my God, this is like, you know, cooking for Prince Charles and Camilla. What? Did anyone else's grandparents, like if you were misbehaving, like when you were eating your tea, would they say, oh, well, you know, you're never going to get invited for tea round the palace? I feel like these two are the palace. These are the standard that everyone else is trying to match. We then go back to Carl and Sam in the kitchen, and if I was Carl, at this point I already would have tapped out.
You faff. Instead of doing it right in the first place, I'd have just done it right in the first place. Job done.
She's a proper moaner. Just moaning all the time. Bless Carl, he just laughs it off. He doesn't get annoyed at her. He's like, oh, don't worry about Sam. She likes to have a little bit of a moan. He's literally helping cut the bacon. He can't do anything right. Poor Carl. Like the entire time after this, in this single clip, Sam is just basically shouting at him, and he's just standing there smiling. He just gives proper golden retriever energy. While they're prepping the different courses for their evening, we then get introduced to the final couple who are reacting to some items off their menu. This is Cleo and her American boyfriend Nick, and they are arguably one of the most romantic couples I've ever seen.
Leading the group are Cleo and her American boyfriend Nick.
Sorry, that is like the cutest thing ever. Imagine just walking your dog through this park and you see these two deeply staring into each other's eyes while they skip using the same rope. Honestly, is that not just the purest form of love? I think it is.
She's my ally. I'm the stronger ally, but she's still my ally. Like America's the strong power of the world. Like, what?
Can you imagine the love of your life not describing you as the love of their life, but describing you as an ally? You know, we're basically like what the UK was to France in World War II. You know, when we all came to Dunkirk, me and her would have met there, we would have formed a connection and went our own way. Honestly, it's the only reason we celebrate D-Day, because it's the day we met. Nick is convinced that American cuisine is so superior to the British cuisine, and he is going to seal victory for him and Cleo.
And I'm gonna redefine the palates of the British people that are coming to my table. I can cook.
We can cook.
I know that we can cook, and I'm happy with that.
I'm already kind of seeing some civil war happen between each of the couples. It doesn't seem like any of the couples are really that strong. Maybe they'll all have a breakup after this. I was convinced that all of the couples are going to clash with each other, but I feel like there's going to be some internal clashing as well. I feel like this entire thing is going to be fireworks. Back in Sam and Carl's kitchen, Sam has committed one of the deadly sins of Come Dine With Me, as she's not making everything from scratch.
I've decided to do phyllo pastry because nobody ever makes their own phyllo pastry, so that way I can get away with shop bought.
You little fibber. What? You bought it from the shop? Are you going to give them the prize money? You can't do that. Everyone knows if you've watched an episode of Come Dine With Me. It's basically like admitting defeat, not making it from scratch. Come on, love. You want us to get behind you and support you when you're making shop-bought things? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in me life. Also, she said nobody makes phyllo pastry. I mean, surely somebody did because you've bought it. So someone's clearly made that, you know? So if someone else could have done it, so could have you. All right, Sam. Calling that out early doors here, making sure, I just kind of, lay the foundations of what's to come. Honestly, though, I would do the same thing. Like, if you think that I'm making everything from scratch, especially, like, these people probably have, like, 9-to-5 jobs. Like, how am I meant to make something from scratch in, like, 2 hours? Like, it's just not going to happen. If it was me, I would just order from, like, a local takeaway and just pretend that it was me who cooked it. I feel like already, before the guests have even arrived, Sam is losing her mind.
Really feel I need to smash something with a rolling pin. Ah! Oh, crumbs!
I feel like Carl needs to watch his back, Sam is increasingly getting more angry and agitated, and I don't know how this is gonna go. She has got a little bit of the Karen trim, so I know she's got the devil inside of her. Hopefully Carl hasn't had his life insurance sorted, very recently, and she's gonna, like, feed him some dodgy sausages, because I don't think he deserves that. Now, after all of the prep for the first night is done, Carl and Sam then go upstairs to quickly get ready before the guests arrive. However, the guests that are about to arrive don't have high hopes for the night.
I'm not threatened at all by this menu.
I don't think it's a winning menu, as a matter of fact.
They don't even know these people yet, and they're already like, yeah, this is shite. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to come tonight. Like, is there any point in us actually coming? Because this isn't going to win. I don't even feel like I should show up. Like, I don't even think they deserve that from me. Now, already, this is a lot more passive-aggressive than what the normal come dine with me is, and I think it's because when you're with your partner, maybe it's that people feel a little bit more adventurous to say, like, more outrageous things because they've got their partner there to back them up. Whereas with the normal come dine with me, you're just by yourself, so you are trying to make friends with, like, a couple of people. Also, like, the whole concept of just inviting a random couple into your house just to cook them tea and see if they like it is just so funny and so British. I love it. I've just realised that, like, you don't even know these people and you're just inviting them into your home because, the producers have said, oh, they're all right, they'll not steal anything. They could be a murderer. I guess we'll see if they actually are later in this video. Okay, hopefully not. Just put a dampener on the evening if, someone did get murdered. But would be good evening entertainment, like a murder mystery thing. Why has nobody ever thought of that? I'd rate that 10 out of 10, as long as it wasn't me getting killed. Anyway, both the other couples then arrive at Carl and Sam's house, and for some reason, Carl has decided to wear a wig tonight to greet them. Now, I thought this was some sort of joke and he was going to take it off straight after, but he's just, like, kept it on. I don't know if he's trying to, like, pretend that he's actually got hair. I have no idea what the purpose of this is. Straight away, it's kind of put the guests on the back foot. Like, Angela described it as the back of a baboon's backside. And I've got a few questions, like, what does the front of a baboon's backside look like? Never mind the back. Also, what does a baboon's backside look in general? The front and the back and the middle. How would Angela know, right? Check the hard drive. That's all I'm saying. How many things have you had to watch before it's a baboon's backside that gets you off? That's all I'm saying, right? Someone needs to check the hard drive. Sometimes you've just got to draw a line and get help, Angela. Okay, that's all I'm saying. While Sam and Carl are putting the finishing touches on their starter, the other two couples are just chatting shit about them, and especially the wig.
The thing on Carl's head.
Oh, I noticed as soon as I walked through the door, yeah.
What is it? What is it?
I don't know what it is.
Like, it is a bad wig, okay? But imagine, if he was wearing this wig because he was kind of, insecure about him having a bald head, and they're just basically going, have you seen that fucker wearing that stupid thing on his head? Looks like a dead beaver, man. So he's just caught it in the woods, has he? Probably why he didn't have time to make the thing from scratch. Too busy catching bloody beavers for his head. What a twat. Now, I am just going to warn you before we get into this night, there's no settling in period for these people. Straight away, they're at each other's throats. Like, once they've sat down, Angela is already piping up.
Meanwhile, out of earshot, Ange is casting a beady eye over the cutlery.
Why are you doing that?
Because I like things to be right.
Sorry, you've brought the magnifying glass with you. Really? Imagine inviting a stranger into your home with their partner and they decide to, run all your cutlery under a magnifying glass. I'd be making sure there was room underneath the floorboards, if you know what I mean. What? This is actually ridiculous. I don't know if she's kind of thought, should I have like a little bit of a character going into this? Or if this is actually who she is.
Angela took out the magnifying glass. Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
This would kind of scare me though if I was Cleo, because I would be like, oh my God, I think that we're, in this experiment with a little bit of a psychopath. Why did I say psychopath instead of psychopath there? Brain? Hello? Oh yeah, she's definitely one of those psychopaths. Fucking psychopath. What am I saying? I already feel like she's going to be more of a tactical voter. I feel like she's not going to give the people the best vote just so she's got a better chance of winning. Sam and Carl then serve their starter, and Sam is actually a pescatarian, so she has a pescatarian option, and all of the guests give their verdict on it.
The terrain, it goes really well with the chutney and the bread together. So all together, it's a good combination.
One of my favourite things about Come Dine With Me is normal people who aren't chefs pretending to know about, like, you know, how things go together. Like, obviously people who aren't chefs know about food, but I imagine a lot of these people don't know anything about food and they're just basically making things up, because that's what I would do. Like, if I saw all the ingredients listed, I'd be like, oh, this chicken nugget is amazing. The spice of the oregano with the parsley and the way it forms into the batter is honestly miraculous. I would just be like a professional bullshit if I was in this. Also, I feel like I'd be a people pleaser. Like, even if the food was terrible, I'd just be like, oh, it's lovely, this. Absolutely gorgeous, even though I'm probably going to go home and destroy my toilet. That was disgusting. Don't know why I said that. Apologies, guys, I've eaten.
The bread is a little bit hard. I would have done it a lot more softer.
Yeah.
Oh, would you, Angela? Well, you know what? It's not your fucking night to cook, is it? When I'm round your house, I'll enjoy your soft bread, but when you're in my house, the bread is solid, okay? After this, Angela then starts bickering with Cleo.
Can't eat that. It's just because it's cold.
Have you not eaten anything what's cold?
This looks like sandwich meat. Do you get what I mean?
First off, what a question. Have you not ever ate something that's cold? Well, you know what, actually, Angela? I think I probably have. Have you never ate anything that's cold? What a question. What a stupid question, Angela. It's also just hilarious to see both Carl and Sam's faces when both of the couples are talking about how bad the food is in front of them. They're just like, yeah. This is fine. This is great. Cleo even goes as far to say that the food is too horrific to even swallow.
Put it in my mouth, and then my stomach was like, nope. Cleo, go to that bathroom and spit it out. Can I go to the toilet? Is that okay?
That's a little bit dramatic. Okay, like, you have to go to the toilet to spit it out. Like, that's you making a statement early doors that, yeah, you aren't going to win the £1,000, so there's not even any point of you really showing up to the latter two nights. You've made something which is inedible on a cooking show.
And I think it was to be a bit dramatic, you know, look at me. And then I'll walk back in and everybody will look at me and ask me how I am.
Well, nice to see you, you're taking the criticism on board. Well, Sam, that's how we improve as people. People criticise us and we just call them a bellend. It's the best way to go about it, man. I find it so funny because these people only met, 20 plus minutes ago and they're already just cussing each other out. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in the later two nights when they're a little bit more comfortable with each other? There's going to be ructions. I just can't believe that these people are so confident just to, call out each other's foods. I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. Like, genuinely, I could be choking at the dinner table and I'll just kind of just die there on the spot rather than, tell them that it's their food that's making me choke. I just be like, oh no, I think it was something I ate last week, it's just coming back up, Nothing to do with this and how hard and, cold it is. Now, I did mention earlier that I think Angela believes she's the queen, and this next clip proves that.
If I go to a restaurant, if there's a dirty plate there or something doesn't look right...
She'll normally pick out a spyglass or something like...
If you work in the hospitality sector, could you imagine you're serving a table and then, you just kind of walk off and you see them pull out a magnifying glass? How would you react? Let me know in the comments. I feel like you're either going to burst out laughing or shit yourself. I don't know how I would react if I was sitting next to someone. Imagine you're on a first date with someone and they're just sitting across you, just magnifying everything. I'd be like, can you not actually see? Ooh, that's a nick. Our kid's not going to have 20/20 vision. Ooh. Sorry to all the glasses wearers. No offence, I'm just taking the piss out of her. She doesn't even wear glasses. She's just doing it for the love of the game again. Fucking Sherlock Holmes over here.
Found anything you shouldn't have done yet?
Probably I'd have gone a little bit more fancier, but that's me and you're you.
I can't tell if I love her or hate her guts. Look at Sam's face. She's just doing the good guy smile now, like, yeah, all right, yeah. I despise you. I actually despise you. That's just the customer service face right there, where someone's being really rude to you and you just maintain a smile just to get through it. Otherwise, you cry. Yeah, honestly, I would have, made things a bit nicer, but that's me, I'm nice. And, you're you, scum.
That table There was just plain mats put on it. Few glasses.
Very disappointing, really.
Very disappointing.
What do you want? Where do you think you are? The Ritz or the Ivy? Do you want a personal butler? You're in a terraced house, love. To me, if you've got a dining table, that's pretty posh. If you've got room in your house for a dining table, you're already winning there. I don't have one. Never mind the bloody glasses or the mats. The only person I feel like is having a good time here is Carl.
She actually called me plain and simple.
Which is halfway there.
Carl?
I like Carl. I feel like he might be my favourite person here. He's just having a whale of a time. He's like, it doesn't matter if we win, does it? I'm wearing a wig, so, I'm just having a whale of a time here. At this point, you can see the tension that's rising between Angela and Sam as they're trying to constantly one-up each other.
We're engaged.
Would anybody like to look through my
I was
magnifying
just going to
glass?
ask. No, there's a little gap right there.
Where?
Straight away, she's like, where? Bastards! I bet he sold it back to Swarovski. Swaz. I don't know, that's above my pay grade. I don't know how do you pronounce that?
Would anybody like to look
Yeah,
at my
I'll think
ring
I'll-
through
I'll
the
look at it,
magnifying
yeah.
glass?
No, I mean you did that. No, I'm all right actually. Obviously, it is their night, so they are meant to be like the centre of attention. And Angela definitely is trying to kind of prove that she's better than everyone here. And I feel like Sam also has that personality type, and that's why they're clashing. The way they're doing it is so polite, but so passive aggressive. It's so British.
Did you get it in the sale for her?
Wants to be better than everybody else, That's fine for me, because things like that don't bother me anyway.
I think they do, love. I think you're not just lying to yourself, you're lying to everybody. Yeah, they definitely do affect you. And that's fine. She's been a bit of an arse. This would affect pretty much everybody watching this video if they were the victim of this. The fact she said to her, did you get that in the sale? Like, why are you being nasty? This person has literally cooked you a 3-course meal and you're just being horrible to them. She definitely thinks everyone is beneath them. It's very much a bold strategy to be like this when you've still got your night to come, because people are just going to reciprocate this energy towards you and your night. It's now time for the main course, and Sam is prioritising both Cleo and Angela over everyone else, as she's given them the best version of the thing she's made, so they can't have anything to say bad about it, which already isn't really fair to the other people.
Did you make the pastry?
I didn't make this pastry because it's phyllo, and nobody makes phyllo pastry. But I've made everything else.
For people that have seen quite a few Come Down With Me episodes, you will know that, this question often gets brought up, and it's a way to kind of mark the people down. It's a way to kind of, put shame on them that they haven't just created this masterpiece with just their bare hands. I just love when the question gets brought up, because the people are always like, no, we didn't actually, nobody makes phyllo pastry from scratch, you see. So I thought, why would I be the first one? Doesn't make sense, does it? No. Sorry, Sam, because it's a thing, obviously people do make it from scratch, so I'm going to have to mark you down for that, Sam. Apologies. I'm going to have to also mark you down for your engagement ring, not a fan as well. You're down to an 8 already now. Now, just like the starter, Cleo has an issue with the main course as well.
It's salmon, and then it's cream cheese.
I do not like cream cheese. I cannot eat it. Cream cheese,
Okay.
any cheese, I can't.
I mean, you could have let her know before. You saw the menu prior to coming, man. You could have made that clear. It's also just her face as soon as Sam said, cheese was in it. She went... as if she was like a child asking to, get an ice cream from the ice cream man, and her mum goes, we've got ice creams in the freezer. That was the energy that her face gave there. However, everyone else kind of shares Cleo's view on putting the cheese with the salmon. Nobody's really a fan.
I don't think mine's got any spinach and cream cheese.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's just like a little quirk we've put into the meal. It's a little bit like, a bag of Revels. We really like Revels, you see. We thought we'd just kind of mix it up so one person doesn't get all the ingredients. I thought that would just be like a really good quirk of it. See, this is why you need me on Come Down With Me. Just thinking of bullshit off the top of your head.
Don't like the cream cheese with it.
I feel the same about the cream cheese.
Cream cheese is not a favourite, is it?
Yeah.
It's not for me, Basically, what I'm saying is what you've cooked, it's dire, love. It's horrific. I wouldn't feed it to me dog.
Looks of it, absolutely amazing. So I've not failed. I thought the mail was disgusting, to be honest. I need to get it out.
I love how they just go up into their bedrooms just to chat shit about them. Like, it's the ultimate passive aggressiveness, going into their safe spot to ruin them. It's why this show is just unmatched. Now, the vibes at the dinner table obviously aren't that great because all of the guests have hated both of the courses that have been served to them. So Carl tries to, brighten the mood a little bit by revealing that his wig is actually fake. However, this actually doesn't have the desired effect he thought it would, and it makes Angela angrier.
Moment.
I prefer a guy with a full head of hair. I don't like...
Oh, well, you know what, Col? I'm going to have to mark you down again, fella, just for the bald head. It's just not for me. Right, you're down to a 6 now. Right, you're dropping like bloody flies, you are. The fact that, 2 out of 3 men at this table all have bald heads. It's all right, love. We don't need to sleep together. We're just trying each other's foods. We don't need to talk about appearances, really.
I don't like bald. But that's my opinion.
Well, okay, Dave, you better keep the caffeine shampoo running with that hair, son. Otherwise, you're getting dumped. If that hair starts thinning, I'd be counting your days, fella. Now the vibes around the dinner table just get frostier from here as Angela and Cleo are arguing about the way that they speak.
Angie's originally Wolverhampton.
The accent that I don't like is a Wolverhampton accent. It's just so common.
Why are these the worst people on earth? I'm having trouble placing you. What's your accent? Oh, I'm from Wolverhampton. Oh, I actually hate the Wolverhampton accent. It's just so common. Has anyone ever interacted with a human before on this show? This is what I imagine it would be like if, I don't know, AI made 6 humans and then tried to create its own Come Dine With Me. There's just no chemistry. Everyone's just butting heads and doesn't know how to interact.
I don't speak like that.
I've been in Wolverhampton for about 5 years now, and that's how they speak.
To be fair to Cleo, I feel like she's trying to, bring Angela down a peg or two. Like, Angela's trying to, pretend that she's better than everyone at this table. Cleo's trying to tell her, look, love, you're the same as us, really, if not worse. However, it is a really horrible thing to say to someone, something that they can't change about themselves, like where they're from. Like, I've had somebody say that to me before. I always remember when me and Chloe had a podcast, we were meeting with, different management agencies, and one management agency said that we wouldn't get any bigger than what we were because of where we're from and our accents, and people don't kind of want to listen to that type of accent. And I remember at the time being so offended. I didn't say anything, but me and Chloe looked at each other did they just say that? What? I remember feeling so deflated after hearing someone say that to you. So I can imagine that would have made Angela feel not very nice. However, she has been demonstrating this type of energy a lot more than everyone else at the table. So you could argue she deserves it.
You've got the twang, which doesn't come across very good.
First time anyone has ever said
Well, it's good to be the first person to tell you.
I feel like if you work with Angela, you despise her. I feel like if you have to spend any, time with Angela in your daily life, apart from being Dave, you despise her. She's just, oh, you've got a twang in your accent. Yeah, it's shite. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Honestly, it's making us sick. I'm going to have to go to the toilet like you did, when you had to spit that out. I have to be violently sick because of listening to you. Oh my God, I wouldn't want to be a friend in real life, but she's unbelievable for Come Dine With Me.
Oh, have you learnt something from that today?
I don't know about the twang. She's from Wolverhampton. That's bloody horrible.
I mean, Cleo, you kind of, she was just kind of fighting fire with fire there. You kind of did deserve the insult at your accent as well. You can't get offended at her saying she doesn't like your accent when you said you hate her accent. I think it's fair to say at this point, Carl and Sam's hosting night has been a complete disaster. Terrible food, terrible conversation, terrible people. Nothing really great about it. However, Sam is very aware of this.
I've got to admit, the main course was terrible. It just needed cooking for another 20 minutes.
I mean, just 20 minutes. Just another 20 minutes. 20 bloody minutes. Maybe it's 2 minutes, okay. 20? Was that bastard even cooked in the first place? Oh, yeah, the main course wasn't that great. It probably would have helped if I turned the oven on when it was inside. Fucking 20 minutes. Initially, she's a lot more confident that the guests will like her dessert more, but then she remembers that it's also got cheese in it. And if there's one thing we know about these guests, they're not a fan of cheese.
I'm pretty confident about the dessert.
Oh, I don't know, it's got cheese in it.
Yeah, it's cheese. People don't seem to like cheese.
I actually kind of like Sam. Even though, you know, she's passive-aggressive, I think she's funny and she's self-aware with it. Now, before the guests have even had a chance to tuck into this cheesecake, Angela has already spotted an issue, not like her.
Is that off the ginger? I think that's an air, and if you can't see that, you must be blind.
Tell you what, love, right? You know what would really help the situation? If someone had a magnifying glass. Angela's definitely the type of person to go to a restaurant and like plant a hair in the food just so she can get money off the final bill. Already I can see clear as day that's something that she would be capable of. Not even a hair, she'd probably like bring a cockroach or something so that she gets the entire meal for free. It's so funny because like, I guarantee a lot of people watching this know someone that's like Angela. Like, watching this, some people might be like, how could anyone be like that? But people actually are like this. The couples then decide to call it an early night as this hosting night was basically a disaster. And when they're in the taxi home, they're given their review and their overall score. Now, with Couples Come Dine With Me, they actually rate them out of 20 because obviously there's 2 people rather than 1.
They kept saying it wasn't, but I know it was, and I couldn't finish the dessert off.
Like, I feel like she's persistent on it being a hair, not because it was a hair, but because it's an opportunity for her to vote them down.
The food was an epic fail. We scored Carl and Sam on 10.
So we're giving Carl and Sam
A 13.
23 out of 40. I mean, at least it's over half. Take the positives. I think it's hard being the first one because, like, you've got the whole thing of, like, everyone getting introduced to each other, and you've also got to deal with Angela for the first time, so you can't, like, prepare yourself for her. I feel like they might come last. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, like, that was a lot of drama in the first night. It probably gets a little bit more tame from here out. Well, you haven't seen anything yet. As the nights go on, it only gets worse, okay? So brace yourselves. But before we see this, a quick word from our video partner. I often get people asking me how I get access to the TV shows that I often react to. Well, I couldn't do it without the help of today's video's partner, Surfshark. Come on, got another Surfshark deal. I love one, and we love them. How would it feel to unlock content from over 100 different countries? Pretty good, right? How would it sound to have military-grade encryption that keeps hackers, trackers, and even your internet provider out of your business? Again, that would be great. Surfshark can do all of that and so much more. For people that don't know about Surfshark, they are a VPN that keeps all of your data private. You know, when you're surfing on the internet, some people are trying to steal your data. Not with Surfshark, okay? They're not having it. They're putting an end to it. It basically allows you to virtually travel the world so you can browse with peace of mind knowing that nobody is stealing your data. They also block ads and malware and other potential things that might try to get into your system. And also, with everything going on in the UK at the moment, a VPN's actually really helpful as it can help you access geo-restricted content that's no longer available over here whilst keeping all of your personal details safe. And one of the best things about Surfshark is it doesn't break the bank. Honestly, it's one of the best things that I actually pay for. Surfshark is especially good because you can have unlimited devices on one account, so basically you don't need to create an account for every single device that you want to add to it. Again, right, a lot of bang for your buck here. And to motivate you to get Surfshark even more, I've got a special little deal for you. Don't say that I ever don't treat you, okay? If you click on this link, which will be in the description and in the pinned comment, or use code Kirkham at checkout on Surfshark, you will get 4 extra free months of Surfshark VPN. Oh, you're joking? You've got to be taking the piss, Surfshark. You're giving it away. Okay, sign up now. And thank you very much to Surfshark for partnering with us. They genuinely are a really, really great brand to use. The hosts of night 2 is Angela and Dave, and I guarantee that Sam and Carl are looking for vengeance with this night. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Thank you very much, Angela. Put mine in the fridge for an extra 20 minutes.
David and Angela's evening will be very glitzy, very blingy, very showy, but it'll all be a front, all fur coat and no knickers.
Come on, yes! Honestly, like, if I was watching this without being on camera right now, I'd just be running around my sitting room like, fucking get in! Come on! This is what I pay the TV licence for! Well, that's only BBC, isn't it? This is free! Can you believe it? What a time to be alive! You can even see on Cole's face here, you know, he's just ready for game time. He's ready to wreak havoc himself now. The pressure's off for him. Although I am very worried for what Sam's gonna do. However, Ange and Dave are supremely confident that their night is gonna be the best night of all.
We know it's a one-horse race, and we've got this
In the bag.
right in the bag.
It's Angela's face, man. The fact her eyes just widened. She's like Medusa. I don't want to kind of look straight in her eyes, otherwise I feel like I'm going to turn to stone. I feel like Angela definitely has set herself up for failure here, though, because, you know, she's bragged about having such high standards. So now all of the other couples are going to hold that to them standards. So there's not really any room for kind of, like, improvement, really, or surprise, because with all the other couples, you're not really expecting much, but with them, you're expecting this, and it's so much harder to surprise when you're up here. So even if their night is really good, like, in the minds of the other couples, they might not rate them as highly. And both of the other couples prior to coming tonight have said that they're going to call Angela out if anything isn't up to scratch. And it's already started before they've even arrived, man. Just quickly before we proceed, why have you not pressed subscribe? Look at that button. Press it right now if you want to join this beautiful community. We're on the hunt to reach 1 million donuts on this channel, and right now 51.4% of people watching this video aren't subscribed. I imagine if everyone on this video pressed subscribe now, we'd get there a lot quicker. So if you want to join the community and have more videos like this to binge watch when you're bored, press that button, my friend.
Chili King prawn bruschetta.
Yeah, it's plain. It's simply prawns on toast.
But like, I thought a 4-year-old could do that.
How easy is that?
Get them in early, come on! Before I've even arrived, I've knocked a couple of points off. How bloody easy's that? Are you joking? I could cook that with a blindfold on, and still I'd probably do a better job. It's the fact that Sam's looking at the producers for, like, reassurance. Like, can you believe they've actually printed this out and put it on a sheet? Like, honestly, are they taking the piss out of us? Prawns on bloody toast, I've heard it all now. Heard it all. What's for the main course? A bowl of Cocoa Pops? Oh, this show's class, man. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you are too. One thing I do find funny is Angela has talked all of this crap about having such high standards and about how everyone else's cooking isn't up to scratch. However, like, it seems like when, you know, they're preparing the meals for tonight, she's not even 1% involved in the preparation process. Like, look at her. She's just staring. She's not doing anything.
You just grate my nerves.
Oh, I see what you did there, Anne.
Like, she's just over Dave's shoulder, like, yeah. I wouldn't have grated them like that. Oh, no, you see, if that was me, I would do it sideways, not long ways. Oh, you've messed it up. You've ruined everything, Dave. Stupid Dave! She's like a backseat driver. Has anyone ever had that when they've, like, drove someone and someone's, like, given tips on how you should drive even though they've never even taken their test? You're like, will you shut up, man, right? Forgot I was sitting next to Lewis Hamilton. Luckily for the other guests, both Angela and Dave have also committed the deadly sin of come dine with me, as they've bought pre-made items to serve to their guests.
Chewy batter. It's got classic on the front and the finest.
Only the finest ingredients.
That's right.
I can't tell if I actually really love Angela now. I keep going, like, back and forth. I think I love her. I think she's amazing. I think it's a character. I hope it's a character. I hope. Okay, I don't think, I hope. They're literally bragging about buying Tesco finest ciabatta. They're like, oh yeah, you know, we've really pushed the boat out tonight. We've bought it on the credit card, you know, we're really, you know, we're really pushing all the boundaries here for our guests. Paying this ciabatta off in monthly installments, me are. We'll do anything for our guests. To be fair, that probably did cost a canny bit as well. But surely you've got to give, like, some of the prize money to Tesco, right? You haven't made it from scratch. How am I meant to put respect on your name, Dave and Angela, if you're not making your ciabatta from scratch? Come on, it's basics we're talking about here. What would Marco P.A. White say to this? He'd have your head. He'd have it on a stick. Angela also has a pre-warning for the guests before their arrival.
If anybody says that they find something in there,
Like a hair.
like a hair, they would be dirty liars.
And they will be getting locked in the basement with just me to stare at. Honestly, I wouldn't, like, stop at a hair here. If I was one of the guests, I would do something a lot more deadly. Like, just kind of, I don't know, plant a virus in my meal. Nah, it's a bit far, actually, innit? Also, it's just too much time. Like, if you're not going to make, you know, something from scratch, are you really going to, you know, go as far to obtain some sort of virus? Probably not. You know, I don't think, yeah, probably, you know, pushing the boat out there, aren't I?
So they're just chopping up vegetables, shoving them in an oven, pouring some tomato sauce on.
Honestly, honestly. Honestly, I can't believe it myself, Sam. You know, I'm in pure disgust right now. I can hardly contain myself. I've had many times in my life where I've been very angry, but right now I don't think anything competes with this, quite frankly. You know, I'm fuming right now. I think I need to sit down, guys, actually. You know, I just can't contain this anymore, as you can probably see on my face, you know. This is terrible. They're also preparing a chocolate tart for dessert, and luckily for us, Sam hates chocolate, so that's some entertainment for us later on. Sure, that'll go down a treat. It's just so funny to see how excited the guests are to arrive tonight.
I feel like this is a very plain menu.
Safe menu.
It is so simple, I can rip them to shreds tonight.
Yeah, you can. It's so simple. I can ruin their lives tonight. I can make sure that they never cook again. It's the smile. It's how sinister Sam is. She's waited her entire life for a moment like this to unleash hell. Oh, it's so minor what is going on here, but it's so amazing how serious they treat it. Genuinely, is it that deep? You know, we do a lot of deep videos on this channel where we kind of really try and work out how people are feeling, and I love those videos. But it's just so funny to have one which is a lot more light-hearted. It's a good mix we've got. After this, the guests arrive at Angela and Dave's and they welcome them in. And the atmosphere is just so awkward. Like, there's so many just silent moments where nobody's speaking. The show then gives us a preview of the evening entertainment that Angela and Dave have set up. And genuinely, I really hope this doesn't actually happen. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But before we get to that, and before the guests try their food, Cleo and Nick go on a tour of Angela and Dave's house to learn a little bit more about who they really are behind the mask.
Oh, wow. They like to get dressed up and go out a lot.
Don't seem to know who anyone is on here, though.
They all look like they're from somewhere.
Sorry, that's such a funny concept, like going to a total stranger's house and then being confused as to why you don't know anybody in their pictures. I'm going to start doing that when I go to someone's house for the first time, when I'm actually just meeting them for the first time. Just all of their framed photos, I'm going to be like, why have you got this up? I don't even know them. Like, obviously you've invited us round as a guest, why would you? I don't know this person. I haven't met your mum, so why have you literally got her on display? Like, can you not at least have a little think of us before I arrive? Honestly. Marking you down already. I just do that in my spare time, by the way. You know, when I go to someone's house, I do my own rating system. Type of guy I am. Not a nice one. Back in the kitchen, there's a meltdown currently happening as something has went wrong.
Oh, God. She's took the... They were burning.
Why wasn't you watching them?
Excuse me.
Do you know what? I feel like Angela isn't actually taking this serious. I feel like she's just like a professional rage baiter. Also, didn't she complain that Sam and Carl's bread was too hard to eat? Like it was like a rock? Hers looks like the thing that took down the Titanic. So I don't know how this is all gonna play out. However, like when the guests get served the starter and they try it, they surprisingly love it.
I love chili prawns, especially with light. The whole thing, perfect, love it.
Okay, so it doesn't look like any of the passive aggressiveness has carried on from last night. Maybe's, you know, things are looking on the up. Maybe's we're gonna have a lovely night together. Let's hope.
Did you bake the bread yourself?
I didn't make the bread. I bought the bread.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to rate you down for that. Angela, I'm gonna have to rate you down for that, right? Bread not made from scratch, not made from bare hands, marking you down. And you've burnt it. You know, you had one job, just put it in the oven. You couldn't even do that. Standards mustn't be that high, love. I feel like I was made for this show.
Is that why you've had time to bling up the table? Because you've kept your food very plain and simple and bought your bread?
It's Cleo's face. She can't hold it in. She's like... Honestly, Sam and Angela are like comedians. How are they keeping a straight face when they say this? That was such a horrible comment that she said in the most politest way.
Yeah, but we made our own bread and
sauce. Of course, but you didn't make your own pastry.
Are you making your own pastry or anything to go with the rest of your food?
We're not having pastry.
Yeah, so, you know, honestly, that would be pretty useless. Like, we're not having pastry, so what, you want us to just make a pastry just, you know, for the crack, love? Just to have on the side that we can all stare at? Is that what you want?
No, so you bought the bread, yeah? That's fine, it's very nice bread. Absolutely. Very nice bread.
Well, we think so, we think it's nice.
It's lovely.
No, it's lovely. Honestly, when I get home, I'm going to go on Tesco's website and leave a good review. Don't you worry about that. They'll be getting the 5 points I've took off you. All right. Great assist from Tesco there. I'll let them know.
I was getting my own back. It's only what she did to me, and it was just a bit of fun.
They're literal children. Like, this is the one thing I've said many times. When you get older, you realise that some adults don't act like adults. They're just children that grew up and always stayed children. This is plain and simply clear right now.
But we've put a lot of effort in.
I know, because it takes a lot of effort to toast bruschetta and pop some prawns on, you know, but it's very tasty.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. This is tough. It's a tough watch. No, yeah, it's really hard. Put bread in the oven and then just kind of sprinkle some veggie. It's really difficult. I don't know quite how you done it. Look at Dave. He knows that this is just like peak comedy right here. Angela's having none of it though. It's the tone in which they're speaking. Like, it kind of grinds my gears because it's kind of triggering when people talk to you like this. It's the subtle like, yeah, it is really hard doing that, isn't it? It's like the scrunch of the face. It's all of it working in tangent just to piss the other person off that you don't like.
You've done it very classily. The lime was a lovely touch.
How did you make the sauce?
It's also very bold to like mock someone in their own home when they're serving you dishes. Like, they could do anything to your food. You do know that. Just give the cameraman an extra tenner to just, turn a blind eye to what's about to happen. From this point, Angela and Dave are basically fighting for their lives as they're constantly getting exposed for not actually making anything from scratch. So it just looks like they've half-arsed everything.
How did you make the sauce?
There's actually a sweet chilli sauce in there.
So did you buy the sweet chilli sauce?
Yeah, we bought the chilli sauce.
Bought it.
Yeah, you bought it. All right, well, again, just take a couple of points off because, you've bought it. You've admitted that now.
Were the prawns cooked from raw?
No, they were shop bought, but they were trimmed and prepared by
very
us.
neat and beautiful.
Oh, so you've got pre-cooked prawns, right? So you've bought, right, again, I'm gonna have to mark you down for this one. What about the plate? Did you, make that in a pottery class? You didn't, right? I'm gonna have to mark you down, obviously. You've pre-bought the plates as well. Did you build this house yourself? You didn't. You got billed, that's okay. Well, gonna have to mark you down again for that one. It's such shit crack. Did you come into this world yourself? You didn't. Your mum and your dad produced you. Right, I mean, you're scarce on the points at this point. I'm gonna have you mark you down for that one. You don't really do anything independently, do you? I can't. My face is hurting from laughing at myself, which is sad. Someone speak! Anyone! Please! Someone do something! Like anything! I don't know what could just throw like a rock off the mirror or something. Just something to create conversation. Despite the horrific vibe during the starters at Angela and Dave's night, they are still convinced that they can save it with their next 2 courses and also the entertainment. They then move on to the main course, which is steaks, and at least it can't get any worse. Dave goes on to ask each guest how they want their steak cooked, and when he returns to the kitchen, there's a civil war breaking out between him and Angela.
No, there's one well done and one medium. Considering you don't spend much time in the kitchen, you're doing a lot of moaning, aren't you?
Okay, I feel like, this process might break up these two, unfortunately. This is really showing the cracks between Dave and Angela. Now, obviously, Sam is a pescatarian, so they cook a different meal for Sam. And Angela says no matter what they end up cooking for Sam, she's probably not going to like it.
She'll probably have something to say about it. She's got a mouth like a trout, hasn't she? I'll put a bit more lemon on there because she's quite bitter, isn't she, Sam?
This woman, I feel like, has a lot of hatred in her soul. It's great telly though. She's entertaining. Like, I'd rather she be like this than just boring. I just feel sorry for Sam. If anything, I don't really care. However, Sam has kind of changed her tactics up a little bit. She tries the food and she says she really likes it to both Dave and Angela's faces. However, when they're in the bedroom talking to the producers, she actually slags them off. So she's not doing it to their faces anymore. Now, everybody seems to like their steaks, apart from Nick. Now, Nick so far has been, along with Dave, kind of complimentary of the food, but even he is getting sick of it now.
I won't be eating anymore. The middle of my steak isn't quite cooked. Mine is just a bit raw in the middle, and I do apologise.
What about the veggies?
Is edible.
Thank you.
Don't thank him for that. He said it's edible. That's the basic requirement of food. That's not a compliment. Don't thank him. Even when, like, the people that complain the most don't complain, someone else chimes in and complains, which just makes this week of Couples Come Dine With Me so iconic. like. I just love that there's not a single person that's coasting. Everyone is a bit of an arse. Now at this point, Sam isn't quite done with the whole winding Angela up, and she actually decides to take things to the next level.
I'm just going to check. Make sure there's no gold glitter. I found some glitter on my salmon.
Oh, really?
There, look.
What a twat, man. That is twattish. The shithousery is off the charts. The fact that she's actually went to a shop and, bought a magnifying glass just for this one bit, I've got to rate it. I really have got to rate it. Just matching Angela bar for bar here.
I wouldn't dream of taking a magnifying glass to somebody's house.
She did it to me, and I did it back.
How childish are these people? Yeah, well, she did it to me, so I'm doing it to her. It's like, all right. Okay. All right. What time's everyone's parents picking them up, by the way? Anyone got a curfew? Anyone got to be in by 7 p.m? Got homework to do, anyone? Because that's how you're acting. Dave and Angela then go on to reveal who the people are that are in their framed photos on the staircase that Cleo and Nick previously asked about.
And I've noticed you with quite a few people.
We have a lot of celebrity friends.
Yep.
Don't like to mention it, but, got a lot of famous friends. All right. That's the reason we're on the show, okay? We're not like yous. We're not like competition winners. We've got connections that have got us onto this show, okay? That's why we're just elevated compared to yous. We know the producers on, like, a nickname basis, not, like, a full name basis like everyone else here.
You've got Patti Boulay, who's a well-known international singer. A couple of the Nolan sisters, haven't we?
Oh, wow.
Julie Goodyear.
I think these people, they're just like out of my generation. It's the fact he's just listed them all off. Just like, yeah, we know this person. Yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know all of them. All right, name someone. I probably know them. I like that they've revealed this though, because it kind of fits their whole character profile. They're very much a couple that is for sure. They like to kind of pretend that they're better than people, that they like exist in circles that isn't normal. Like they have a lot of celebrity friends, their standards are higher than everyone else. They definitely value like money and social status above everything. Like that's the reason why they don't have framed photos of them with their family. It's them with famous people. They're constantly trying to prove something to other people, and I actually feel like they're just coming off a little bit insecure. I was convinced that Angela was an act up to this point, but I don't think she is. I actually feel like this is actually who she is as a person.
You've got John Alton, who played Nick Cotton in EastEnders.
When Ange and Dave started talking about celebrities and stuff like that, I was thinking to myself, who are these people?
What? You don't know Nick Cotton from EastEnders? Oh, honestly, you're in me bloody house and you don't know Nick Cotton? I have failed as a human. Get out. You know what? Get out.
And there's also another photo there with two friends of ours, and they are in an advert for chicken balls and chow mein.
Sorry, he hasn't just bragged about having friends that were in an advert for chicken balls and chow mein, has he? Like, that didn't just happen. Like, he isn't using that as a one-up over everyone. Yeah, well, our friends literally promote chicken balls and chow mein. So, I just don't think you understand the social circles that we hang around in. You pay to eat chicken chow mein. My friends advertise it. So, to be fair, I've never had a chicken balls and chow mein sponsorship. The amount of times I talk about eating a Chinese takeaway on this and no one's decided to sponsor it. Just saying. Right, if anyone wants to, I need the money. And the chow mein. Angela then goes on to reveal her personal claim to fame, which Sam instantly judges her on.
Angela also did page 3.
So what's page 3?
It's a topless model.
I'm not surprised.
You can always rely on Sam, can't you, to have that little...
Hey, she might have been like, I'm not surprised she's got a gorgeous face or a gorgeous body. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Of course she's going to show this off. You never know.
These are the kind of looks I used to do.
Oh yeah, I bet someone's granddad absolutely just loved them posters back in the day. Also, isn't that a wild thing that like page 3 was just rife? Like, you'd buy a newspaper, which you're just trying to learn about what's going on in the world, but like the third page is just someone with their just tits out. Like, what? Imagine you're just on YouTube looking for a video and then, there's just an advert of just bang. I've literally came here to watch a walkthrough of Animal Crossing. What's going on? I didn't sign up for this. Bloody tits.
Angie's been banging on about how classy and sophisticated she is all week, and then she reveals to us today that she used to reveal herself to page 3.
Just revealing that, you're giving ammo to Sam to use on you. Whether rightly or wrongly, Sam is going to use this against you. But it definitely shows to me the only reason why Dave and Angela are on this show is to hopefully like launch a career within the media industry. Like, all they're bothered bothered about is being famous. And you can see this clear as day, really. On that note, the worst is still yet to come in this night, as Angela and Dave take all of the guests outside to perform their evening entertainment.
I bless the day I found you. I'll find complete love.
Slaps on mute that. Slaps, I'm sure, just using like a famous TikTok comment there. What am I doing? In all fairness, you know, at least they have the confidence to do this. But again, I feel like it's for show. I don't feel like they're doing it because they kind of are trying to show each other's love for one another. I think everything with these two is just to kind of impress people. That's what I think the vibe is here.
They had fun.
Sorry, did you write this music yourself? You didn't. All right, I'm gonna, yeah, you know the score, but I'm gonna have to knock you down a couple for that, right? Did you make the aux chords yourself? You didn't, right? Yeah, again. You know, you're struggling here. You're really struggling here. You're hanging on for dear life, Angela. They then go back inside and serve their chocolate pudding dessert, and surprisingly, all of the guests actually love it. Even Sam, who doesn't like chocolate, says that she really enjoyed it. The guests then all leave and rate their night, and they actually give an overall score of 28, which obviously beats Sam and Carl's score last night of 23, which puts Angela and Dave in the lead, which I don't know if is a good thing or a terrible thing. Do we really want to give fuel to these people to become more famous? Now, obviously, we've only got one night left, which is Cleo and Nick's, and I am hoping for dear life that they beat them. They can't give Angela and Dave the W. You can't do it. For the nation's sake, Cleo and Nick, do it for us, if not for yourself. Honestly, I don't know who wins this, so I'm so intrigued to find out. Now, I'm quite surprised prior to Cleo and Nick's hosting night because the guests aren't too hopeful for what's to come.
Because they are a very young couple, they will struggle a bit to come up to my standards.
What, your standards of buying pre-made bread and burning it? Yeah, don't quite think they're gonna, reach those heights, but they can try. Aim for the stars, you might land on the moon, right? However, I do feel like Nick is very overconfident that they're gonna win this thing.
I'm just breaking into that. I think Michelin star status is coming soon. Within the next 6 months.
I don't know if he's taking the piss here, but you don't even have a restaurant. Is this just like your own rating system? Like you believe that in your own head you're very close to getting the Michelin star? Again, you're just setting yourself up for failure by setting such high standards. You want to under-promise and over-deliver at all times, not over-promise and under-deliver. You've got it the wrong way around, Nick. One thing I really do rate about Cleo and Nick is they've bought the waffles, like they're not making them from scratch, but unlike everyone else, they just admit the real reason why they've done this.
We've brought the waffles today because we're lazy.
Fair dues. On to the
But that's what we want to hear, realistically. I just rate the transparency here. Now, when the guests are shown what is going to be made for main, which is Cajun salmon, who do you think has something to say about this? I'll let you guess.
I do like salmon, only if it's cooked properly and if it's hot.
But that's just such a nothing statement. That's like saying, yeah, I like life, I mean, as long as I'm breathing. Also, like, can you have salmon hot? I guess you can, but it can be served cold and hot. It's more like, predominantly served cold, isn't it? I feel like she just creates issues just for the sake of it. However, one person that I think is even more upset than Angela is Cleo, as I believe she's getting the ick with Nick.
Ceviche is raw fish, raw seafood that's cooked in citric juices.
Look at her face.
Being as the guys yesterday had pre-cooked prawns.
I think she's regretting coming on this. She's like, mate, you literally know nothing about food. Like, why are you trying to pretend that you're like some sort of Michelin star chef, man? However, your mates are gonna be roasting us in the group chat for this, man. After they've finished the prep for the evening, all of the guests arrive and we're finally gonna find out who wins £1,000 at the end of this night. And I do want to pre-warn you again, like, off the last 2 nights, you're probably thinking, okay, Angela's probably got out all of her negativity out of her system. Not quite. She takes it to the next level with this one.
I would like a glass of wine, but could you clean my glass first? It's full of fingerprints, look.
We do apologise.
Oh, I'm getting annoyed for Cleo and Nick. This really is like a power thing. Like, how far can I push them so that they, try and break so that I can rate them down for their hosting skills? Oh, she's fuming.
Thank you. No. Could you just swill it out in the sink, please?
I'd be like, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll just swill it in your fucking face. Is it all right for you now, Ange? Is it okay? Oh, she, like, honestly, I guarantee she's a regular at, like, a certain bar or a restaurant in that area, and every single time she walks in, all of the staff are like, oh, I'm not serving her. I'm not serving her. I always serve her. I'm not doing it. I need a rest. Again, like, at this point, I'm just spitting on her food. I know that's like a character flaw of me and I shouldn't retaliate like this. But if you're going to mock me and know that I can't do anything back, I need to get my own back somehow. I do actually think this is sad because, yeah, like taking the piss out of other people and, you know, people giving you back, like, it's been funny. But at the end of the day, like, Cleo and Nick have invited you into their home. They've, like, spent all day prepping this. Like, the least thing you can do is just be nice. Like, you don't have to be an arse, and Angela's being an arse right now. This isn't even funny. She's just basically embarrassing them at this point.
Oh, that's lovely, Cleo. Can I just use this to dry it with? I think she probably put...
Do you not want to use your hair, love? It's looking very dry, right? I think I'll probably give it a little bit of a sparkle again. Go on, love.
I think she probably put it there like that because it was me and she knows how particular I am.
Do you know what, Angela? I think you're onto something there, love. I think you might be right. You know why I think she's done it? I think she's jealous that you've got friends that have been in a chicken balls and chow mein advert. That's what I think it is. I think she's trying to get her own back because she wants to be in your position. Don't worry about it, Angela. All right? I feel like this is going to be the worst night yet because Angela is just in the mood to ruin it. She's like a supervillain. She's worse than Doctor Doom, this woman. Now, after trying the starter, Angela complains that it's too spicy for her, so she's not going to eat it. And in the midst of this, Carl asks the question that is on everyone's lips.
Did you make the waffle yourself? I was waiting for someone to ask. We did not make the waffles ourselves. The waffles are store brought.
Oh, you were waiting for that question, were you? Guarantee you were, mate. Oh yeah, I've actually been waiting to answer this all day. Okay, obviously you've got chicken wings here. Did you slaughter the chicken yourself? You didn't, right? Well, you know the score by now. Sorry, did you hatch the chicken from its mother as an egg before you slaughtered it? You didn't. Again, you know, I'm gonna have to mark you down for that. Not much effort put in here as the... I hate this question. It's so triggering.
It might go well for an American. For me, no.
Any waffles I've had in my life, I've never experienced one as hard.
I think this is definitely more an American thing, right? Like, people for breakfast there have waffles with, like, chicken. Like, they very much, like, mix the sweet and savoury a lot more than we do over here. And obviously he is American. So I imagine this is what he meant with, like, bringing American cuisine to British people. Now, Sam is trying to lighten the mood and make the overall, like, aura of the dinner table a bit better by being nice to both Cleo and Nick. But Angela isn't having this attempt at making things better.
You can go as spicy and all out as you like. The hotter, the better.
Well, you're like a dragon anyway, aren't you?
Well, you know, you look like the thing that would, you know, guard Princess Fiona when Shrek tries to, you know, save her, you know. You do give us that vibe, love. You look like something a Targaryen would adopt. Yeah, you do, yeah.
Am I coming across like a dragon to anybody else?
No. You're very bubbly, Sam.
Very bubbly.
Thank you.
You can tell Cleo absolutely despises Angela. Like, she's very much being nice to Sam, and it shows that the 4 people on screen right now, even 5, because I feel like Dave is in this group at this point. It's everyone against Angela, and for good reason. It's just Cleo's face whenever Angela opens her mouth. Look at her face. Staring her down here. She wants to murder her. And unfortunately for Cleo, there's no sign of the one-upping between both Angela and Sam slowing down.
You sound like Glenn Frey.
Who's Glenn Frey? I don't think I'm as old as you, am I?
I think you're probably quite a bit older than me.
It's just kind of rude because this is Cleo and Nick's night and you're just being dicks again. Can you not give it a rest for one night? Just one night? Like, I get it when you're at each other's houses, but like, the only nice couple really are serving tonight. Can you not just, like, put your differences aside to just rate them on their hosting skills? The shithousery is off the charts, honestly. Like I said, at this point, even Dave is sick of Angela.
Angela is a very nice and warm and caring person usually, but I have seen another side of her. Kind of bitchy.
Yeah, honestly, I've kind of realised she's just a bit of a knob. All of me mates were right this entire time. I've just kind of ignored all of the red flags over the 17 years. All of the times, you know, she's just talked very horribly to me. But now I've realised, and I'm gonna leave. So thanks very much for showing us, alright, in 4K.
Oh, Angela was great until tonight.
I really did. Angela, I really liked her, but...
She let me down tonight.
She really did let me down.
You thought she was great up until this point? The only reason you don't like her now is because you're the victims. She's been like this the entire time. It's funny when it's not your night, but when it's your night, you realise how bad it is. Now, after they serve the main course, Cleo has just had enough of Angela, and she just confronts her straight to her face about, like, the various facial expressions she's making at the food.
Is there an issue there, Angie?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Good.
I love that. I love that. Just like, all right, well, do you want to tell your face then? Because your face is making, you know, loads of like kind of weird things. Or that might just be your face, sorry. You know, it's hard to tell, honestly.
I've never tasted salmon like it.
But unfortunately, I can't eat the beans because I don't eat those.
Why can't you just say something nice? Why is everything got to be a negative? Like, even when she's being nice, she has to put them down afterwards. I definitely think it is an ego thing. Like, she doesn't want people to thrive or anyone to be better than her, basically.
Quick, Dave, create a distraction.
Send you into a different kind of cramp.
Nice work, Dave.
Like, do you know how much of an arse you have to have been being for your partner to pretend that they've got cramp? Just to, you know, change the topic of conversation right here. I'm glad he's done this because this was getting out of hand here. Like, you can see Cleo just really isn't finding this funny, or like she's basically just being disrespectful in her house, and it's not really fair. I found Angela funny in the first couple of nights, but now I just think she's been a bit of a knob. Now that they've changed the topic of conversation, Nick actually, for the evening entertainment, has set up some questions for the group to have a discussion about. Now, you would hope it's near the end of the night, that, you know, the last time they're all going to see each other. They'll be kinder to each other. However, these questions just cause even more arguments.
If you were stuck on a deserted island, what would be the one luxury you would take with you?
Tyler, don't have a Swiss Army knife.
I think that's an extremely smart choice.
As soon as someone else gets complimented, she can't have it. Look at her chiming in already. Look at everyone else's facial expression. This tells you exactly what you need to know about what they think of Angela. They're all trying to wind her up now. Even Dave's in on it. Dave's staring at her. Like, he knows exactly what's going on here.
I wouldn't like to be on an island with Sam with a knife.
We're never going to see these people again, are we?
I can't believe this is real. It's too good. It is too good. Honestly, when the editors sat down with all of this footage, they must have knew they were about to upload some solid gold. Honestly, if I edited this or produced this, I would just retire after this episode. It doesn't get better than this. Like, where are you going to go realistically? You could edit a Lord of the Rings movie and it still wouldn't bring as much as what this does. That's probably, you know, I'm probably overstating it there a little bit. But you know what I mean. We need to do more Come Dine With Me videos, honestly. It's too good. Cleo and Nick then serve their last dish and it gets mixed reviews.
And the peaches are very soft. Where did you get the peaches from?
Out of a tin.
Oh, Coleman, give it a break. Have you got any other crack apart from... They're nice, but where did you get them from? Did you make it from scratch? Cole, like, piss off, mate. Right, everyone's thinking it. Everyone's sick of your crack. Right, people are getting more sick of you than they are of Angela. Is that the only question you've got? It's nice, but where did you get it from? Did you grow the peach yourself? No, Cole! Okay? I got it from a tin. Is that what you want to hear? Clearly. Because you keep asking. Honestly, Carl is like the made-from-scratch police. I'm surprised he hasn't brought handcuffs. Now, although Cleo and Nick's night has been, you know, probably the most eventful one, they're still confident that they're going to win this whole thing. And then the show progresses to just revealing the results. And I am so worried that Angela's going to take the W here. Genuinely, I'm kind of shite at myself.
In third place, we have Sam and Carl.
All right, we knew that. That's fine. That was just nailed on.
And in second place, it's me and you, babe. So it's obvious who the winner is. David and Angela!
Honestly, like, Newcastle have just played Liverpool and they conceded a goal in the last minute. And I think I feel more defeated with this than than that. Oh, no. No!
Oh, thank you. Congratulations.
They were so desperate to win. So I'm glad they did win. They needed it more than anybody else.
All right, well, You know, obviously, no sore losers here, which is always nice to see. Everyone just really happy for the winners. Honestly, it's amazing. British people, amazing. Yeah, we didn't really want to win this thing. Like, we only, like, turned up just for the vibes, really. The one thing I am fuming at is just that, like, now Angela and Dave are going to think they're God's gift because they've won this. I imagine this is, like, in their LinkedIn bio now, or their IMDb. You know, they're budding actors, I think. Let me know what you thought about this, Donuts, and also if you want me to do more Come Down With Me episodes. If we hit 7,000 likes on this video, I will make sure to do that. And also, thank you so much for all the support lately. Like, it's been actually insane. We're growing so fast, and I literally can't believe how many people are joining the community. So thank you so much. If you want to watch another video from me that is on Come Down With Me, click this video here. We've got a couple for you to binge watch. Or if you want another dramatic British TV show, click this video right here. I've got your night sorted, alright? See you later.